passion in the human heart to change, to improve, to live a fuller life. There's a deep need within us all. The need to explore, the need to find fulfillment. This drive has seen humanity develop, with all of us looking for timeless answers. It's how civilizations have grown and thrived. We've learned in so many ways what it is to push harder, go faster, live longer, and yet an echoing hollowness can still remain. Used properly, our urge to explore can lead us towards a life that is bolder and better than we could ever hope for. So if life is an adventure to be explored, where do we begin? What is your measure of success? Is it the money, the power? Is it the beauty, the fame? Even if you get them, is it ever enough? These days we know it's so momentary. The buzz, the satisfaction that we get from life's treats and toys. Despite their achievements, there are scores of people that we label as successful who crave just a little of that peace and wholeness that seems so elusive. Of course, we all know the truth. Deep down, we know that what matters in life is not how much we achieve, but the relationships, how deep they are, that we make along the way. Yet despite knowing this, we all go off course from time to time. We all get caught up in the mess of being selfish. We all lose our way, and that's when we get hurt. One man in history stepped up to give us direction in our confusion. One man who knew the right way forward. Jesus Christ famously said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life." Jesus remains today what he's always been, the answer to the biggest questions of life. Jesus knows our deepest hopes. He knows our deepest concerns. He knows who we are, and he can help us. That would be great if it's true, but there's a problem with it. Can we trust Jesus Christ? Can we trust anyone? We may live in a cynical world, but to go as far as to say that we live without trusting others isn't strictly true. The sales of millions of self-help books prove that. Then you have your fashion leaders, your lifestyle guides, all telling us how to live. Add to them the doctors, drivers, pilots, even the guy who made you a sandwich this morning. It all adds up to the same thing. We all trust, daily. Whether we like it or not, our lives are not lived in isolation, not played out according to some script written by our own hand. We need others to get us through, and we rely on them constantly. It's hard to know what's right. It's hard to find the correct way forward in life. So often we end up just grabbing at the first thing that comes along, not really knowing why. There are times when all that we need to get us believing is the sense that someone looks like they know what they're talking about. Then there are the times when your fingers burnt by bitter experience, you recoil from the idea of ever trusting anyone again, lost and alone. The world somehow seems a colder, less enticing place. The truth about truth is that it's not some distant concept that we can never hope to grasp. Truth is not some impossible ideal that we can never hope to fathom. Nor is it a head thing, an idea out of step with real life. What if truth is a person? Jesus said, "I am the truth," offering himself as the ultimate, dependable, trustworthy source. In fact, he claimed to be God. The answer to every question, the solution to every problem. He's the antidote to every lie that's ever been believed. Jesus called himself the truth, someone to be trusted, someone to be led by. And that's the key to understanding what he was talking about. He's there to be followed, not just thought about or worshipped from a distance. Jesus sat down in people's kitchens, claiming that it's possible to know truth in person, God in person. He raised a whole new set of questions for anyone who listened. Is all this suggesting that we really can get close to God? Doesn't that mean we have to be worth getting close to? That I should be a good person that God would want to hang out with? Why would God want to know me? If we want to trust God, at some point we have to ask ourselves, what does God feel about us? How does he feel about the mess we create? None of us can really believe the myth that says that selfishness is pursued without consequence. Whether it's a result of selfishness or simply genuine mistakes, we all have a trail of destruction and pain that we leave behind. Our mistakes are part of our makeup. They're part of how we learn to do things right. But even more than scraped knees and missed appointments, there's a mess that gets left behind us that doesn't so quickly heal or get rescheduled. Our mistakes don't just hurt others. If we're really honest, we'd all say that we harm ourselves as well. But can we be healed? Can we be forgiven for the hurt we've caused? Can we hope for fresh beginnings, a new start, even a whole new life? By saying, "I am the life," Jesus made it clear that his answer to these questions is an eternal yes. He is the source of all healing, the master restorer. And to prove it, a little while after saying, "I am the life," Jesus died. God died and broke death apart from the inside. The resurrection of Jesus Christ is the biggest deal, the most important event ever witnessed. It's the ultimate answer to our ultimate question. What happens to us when we die? I don't know of anything else that compares. No one else has ever performed such a miracle. And because of this, we know his words can be trusted. It's not a case of mouthing the words or faking the feelings. Just as Jesus exploded into life, having died on the cross, so we need to allow him to bring an explosion of life in our hearts. It's about life. It's about freedom. Trusting in God is not about signing up to a code of ethics. It's not about learning the steps to a complex dance of religious ritual. That would be more of a burden than the wonderful freedom that God offers. It's life that we humans crave, not religion. It's really living that we long for, not just existing, and not just for today, but for always. And that only comes from one source. This beautiful, freedom-soaked, heart-firing relationship with the author of life. There have been many things said about Jesus, but this one phrase that he used to describe himself is one of the most provocative of all, and he knew he was being provocative. By claiming to be the way and the truth and the life, he was looking for a reaction. He wanted them to puzzle over it, to investigate it, to explore. What do you mean? 2,000 years is a long time, but Jesus' words weren't just meant for the people standing around him when he delivered them. His message echoes across time and culture. It means as much for me today, as much for you, as it ever has. Forget religion for the moment. This is about something far more personal. Jesus offers us himself. He offers us the deepest experience of life, the deepest experience of love that we could ever dream of. Challenge the offer, and you'll discover that not only does God exist, but that you matter to him. You're important. You're worth dying for. Embrace life. Explore God.